So have U.S. sanctions damaged Venezuela more than the socialists who control it?
Yeah, it's all our fault. It has nothing to do with Chavez expropriating the whole oil industry when he couldn't even run a lemonade stand, destroyed that. Production has crashed, took over all kinds of businesses. They crashed. Then, believe it or not, this new guy comes in and makes Chavez look like a picnic and destroys not only the wealth and plunders the wealth, but destroys all hope, leading to this. Yes, that's our fault. The amazing part about this Congresswoman is she wants sanctions on Israel and Netanyahu, but not on Maduro and Venezuela. Go figure that one out.
I think with Congressman Omar, I think her attitude right now is just too short-sighted because these issues have been going on for decades. We know even in 2003 there were price controls. For example, they would control the price of flour, and businesses couldn't. They'd have to cap it, and so businesses didn't want to make the flour or sell it because it wasn't profitable. Or the currency manipulations in the black market to get dollars. Those are issues that have been going on for quite some time. So that's the reason why I believe it is very short-sighted to put the blame solely on U.S. sanctions. Yes, it did exasperate the situation, but we already saw this coming for quite some time, and this has to do with Chavez as well as Maduro.
This has 100% to do with Chavez, Christina. Don't say, oh, well, U.S. has a little bit to do with this. Look, it's not like the water is fundamentally different in Caracas than it is in Miami. This is all to do with ideas. This is all to do with politics. Look, at one point, Venezuela was even more prosperous than the United States. But this is the net result of socialist policies. And for this Congresswoman to allude to the United States as being the cause of this, this is classic Democratic blame America first, and I think it's reprehensible.
Yeah, this is the hallmark of all socialism. This is what happens every single time. This is the calling card. This is what happens every single time it's tried. For them to try to blame the United States, for her to stand up, it is absolutely reprehensible. And I'm like flabbergasted that she's even able to say that with a straight face.
Well, let's bring in Congressman Steve Watkins. He is with us. He's an Army veteran. He's also a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, on which Ilhan Omar sits. So she is there on that committee. Should she be, Congressman? What do you think?
Well, thank you, David. Once again, my colleague Ilhan Omar is on the wrong side of history and common sense and even decency. The U.S. is on the side of peace, prosperity, and democracy. Maduro has wrecked this country, destroying its institutions, its natural resources, its humanity. You know, President-elect Juan Guaido enjoys the support of basically all of the Latin America community of nations, over 50 countries in the world, and most importantly, the Venezuelan people, which, oh, by the way, are why this is so important. Listen, those people are suffering. I spent 8 years in conflict and post-conflict environments. These people are fleeing the country, 3 million, and that's out of 30 million, so 10%. Estimates say it could go up to even 5 million are fleeing the country. And basically, let's face it, guys, this is a commentary on socialism versus capitalism, on dictatorship versus democracy.
Congressman, thank you for being with us, and thank you especially for your service to the country. A lot of folks are worried. Is there any reason under which American troops would get involved in this terrible conflict down in Venezuela? Do you anticipate, could we see any American troops get involved for any reason?
Well, I've talked with the Department of State as well as the U.S. Southern Command, and all options are on the table.
Congressman, it's Carol Roth. In terms of Maduro being removed, let's say he's removed either peacefully or non-peacefully, we obviously know that there's some depth in terms of the corruption in the country. There is mafia, there's drug lords, cartels, and the like, and it's going to take some time to sort through that. Do you think if there is a transition, the U.S. would get involved in supporting Guaido in terms of making sure that that transition is done peacefully and that they can return to a democratic state?
Absolutely. The focus and mission of the Department of State and the U.S. Southern Command is that there's a peaceful transition to Guaido, and that there's an off-ramp for the 2 million government employees in the general, so that they understand that the U.S. strongly prefers a peaceful resolution.
Congressman, it's Christina Partsinevelos here. I actually want to continue on that thought. You're talking about peacefulness. If you have the U.S. military invade Venezuela, how do we assure that it's not going to be a similar outcome to the U.S. going into Afghanistan and then trying to stabilize the environment there? It's easy to get Maduro out, and I know that I'm just, hypothetically speaking, but the aftermath of that is what is so difficult. So how do you overcome that?
Well, the mission would be to work by, with, and through our partners in the area, of which we have several. We've had Special Forces operatives training Colombian military personnel for quite some time. There's Dutch and French forces in the area, and we've got friends, and our mission would be to work with them.
Congressman Gary Kaltbaum here. Putin in Russia. The last thing we're hearing is they talked Maduro out of leaving, and I gather it has to do with the fact that Russia has a ton of money involved with Venezuela. Is there any talking to Russia, negotiating with Russia, trying to induce them to maybe do the right thing for once and back away and get this guy out?
Listen, I'm a Kansan. I'm a huge fan of Pompeo. He's our guy. He's giving it a full court press on this. And again, listen, look who's behind Nicolas Maduro. We've got Cuba, Russia, China. I mean, that alone should tell you. So we're going to continue to work diplomatic solutions in hopes of a peaceful outcome.
We mentioned Russia, and you just mentioned Cuba. The Cubans, thousands of them, literally, a lot of them masquerading as doctors and such, have penetrated the government organizational structure so that some people say they're running secret intelligence, which spies on all the people of Venezuela. How do you root them out?
Well, I've heard estimates from 5 to 20,000, perhaps even more. And, as this peaceful transition ensues, there's going to be a special place for them.
Well, that indicates the use of military force to get rid of them. What are you saying?
Listen, our goal is for a peaceful transition. We're going to work towards that end, all in support of President-elect Juan Guaido.
Well, let's hope it happens sooner than later. Thank you very much for being with us, Congressman. Really appreciate it.